But before we go, how about having access to a teacher and resources to assist in your homework or studies on your mobile phone while on the go? Now, that's exactly what the Ghana Knowledge and Skills Bank is providing to Ghanaians to deepen knowledge and skills development. The World Bank funded initiative with the aim of building a knowledge base to improve the economy. So what exactly does it entail and how does it work? Joining us in the studio for more on this is Hayford Riley Wilson, Contract Manager, Ministry of Education, right?
Yes, please.
And of course, Deborah Asma from Impuntu Technology, Mini Development. Is that not it?
Yes.
All right, so tell us about it.
About the Ghana Knowledge and Skills Bank. We are happy to announce that of the support of the Ministry of Communication and Digitalization and the Ministry of Education, the World Bank sponsored project with the Ghana Knowledge and Skills Bank has been launched. The main idea of the platform, which is a web-based platform, and there's also a mobile version of it, is to enable students, content creators, teachers, researchers have access to, from the content creation point, upload their content, and from the student and research point, have access to relevant content to use in their education. It's not like your ordinary library where you just go to read materials. But like you said in the introduction, it's going to facilitate studying such that we have made available a private tutor in the form of an AI agent. So if you go to it and you're having challenges, you don't have to feel shy or embarrassed. You can ask it a number of times to explain and break down the concepts for you. You can also have practice questions and practice as many times as you can. The platform would grade the practice questions that you have done and tell you your score and enable you go back and then re-practice. There's also a predictive feature of it where it predicts examination questions based on historical questions that have been uploaded in the system. So in summary, this is what it is for students. For content creators, you can go and upload your content. Teachers who offer studies to other students, who offer study materials, who have translated course content in the local languages, can go and upload their content there and have subscriptions for those contents. Same for researchers who are looking to publish their materials, or publishers who have hard copy books can go and put the soft copy on the portal for people to have access to.
So basically, we are doing away with books.
Yes,
like.
I mean, for the hard copy part, yes, but the intention is to democratize education. So we are saying that irrespective of where you are, whatever your challenges might be or your jurisdictional deficiencies, it cannot be because of where you are that you couldn't have access to good content. Now, most of us, if not all of us, have phones, even at the remote areas. Sure. So far as you can go online and watch YouTube, watch Instagram, and any bit at all, you can spend some time to go and learn.
But Mr. Wilson, what is the Education Ministry connection to this?
Okay, the Education Ministry actually developed the terms of reference and then engaged the vendor once the terms of reference had been developed. The vendor sought to get the inputs of stakeholders. So there was a lot of consultation to find out exactly what the portal can do, how can we make it better. And then we also assisted in the choice of the content, the books. Currently, we have over 61,000 e-books uploaded on the portal. And this content is for a very wide range of users, from kindergarten through JHS, through SHS, the TVET, to the universities, and even researchers, lifelong learners. Okay? They all have content that is available, which they can access. Okay, so this is what the Ministry of Education did.
So Deborah, the target, the age bracket, is it open to everybody?
It's open to everyone. When you go on the website, you can get as low as nursery rhymes to as high up as tertiary and vocational, cooking materials, electrical materials, carpentry, scientific research materials. So the audience base is wide. because knowledge and learning doesn't really end, even though it starts.
Sure.
So you can go on the platform irrespective of your age bracket.
And I think that the advantage here is already government is providing tablet to the second cycle institutions, which means that it will get to a point everybody will have access to it, and that will make this seamless.
Exactly. And for our little sisters and brothers who are running the double cycle or, you know, the shift system, when you come home, it's an opportunity for you to still study, you know, and keep yourself ongoing and practice. I love the practice part. I mean, we build the platform, but I love the practice part of it. When you practice and you get 2/20, it tells you that you need to manage your confidence and go back and do your research, you know. So yes, it's for a wider.
So Mr. Wilson, when is this starting?
No, it's
already started.
It's live.
It was launched 2 days ago.
Okay.
But it's been live. Students who wrote their BEC,
it helped them.
It helped them. And for the
WASI as well, because it has all the old questions. And now it has up to 2024.
Yes. And even the new questions based on the new curriculum. Yes.
Yeah.
But will it be too early for me to ask about success rate, knowing very well that we are still getting everybody on board?
What your success rate would be looking at would be what exactly the sign up.
Yeah, how it is helping the students improve on their studies and learning.
Okay.
In terms of their uses of the applications, how comfortable and easy is it for them, and the impact it's having on their overall development.
So,
please go.
It's too soon, but we can give you feedback from users. We have parents who are satisfied with the fact that, well, there is the funny part of them not having to trouble their heads with their students' homework anymore. But they are excited about the self-learning approach on the system. That now their a parent came to us and said, my son goes to the Tutor Me on GKSB, which is the application you're talking about, goes in and enter the topic of discussion in class for that day, asks for further examples and asks for practice questions. And the parent is so satisfied with that, you know. So from the feedback point, we have that input. But from a collective point, from the national point, it's too early because the application was just launched, and we would have to keep watching the trends to see.
Let me ask a question, then I'll go to Mr. Wilson to wrap up on this. I mean, when AI came in and people started getting used to it, the fear was that students were going to become lazy, because then if you need answer to anything, it will be very easy for you to get it.
Yeah.
I'm wondering whether this program has factored that into it, so that to prevent that kind of easy way of learning, but really get you to get into it.
This is what I would encourage you to do. Go to GKSB and probably ask it, what is the fraction of 60 or something, or what is 2 divided by 1 or something. It wouldn't give you the answer. And we were very intentional about that. I mean, from the developer point of view, we have kids. And I remember before the launch, when we had built it up a bit, I asked my son to go there and go and ask it a question. At that time, we hadn't factored it in. So it went in, put in his homework, and then what is X, and it got the answer. The system has given me the answer, I won't learn. And we were like, okay, we can't repeat the same error. So this time, it explains the concept, and it would ask you to give it the answer. If you get it wrong, it would explain again and give you another example and ask you to give it the answer. We are not trying to promote feeding you with answers. We are trying to enable you study and facilitate your acquiring of education and knowledge. But we want you to leave the system having built an understanding of the concepts you went asking questions on. Okay,
we are wrapping up. Mr. Wilson,
yes, sir.
Final words, and then Deborah can conclude for us.
Yes, I think this is a gold mine, for want of a better expression. The Knowledge and Skills Bank is a gold mine, because you want to even write an essay, write a letter, okay? You can actually use the AI. So it's, at some point in education, you wouldn't have all the information in your head, but you must know how to get the information. And we do this even in our working life.
Sure.
When you start working, you are not supposed to have all the answers in your head.
You learn on the job sometimes.
Exactly, but you must know how to get the information. And I think that is what the GKSB is doing, guiding students, and they are not learning by rote. They are learning with the understanding, because the AI actually guides them from step 1 to step 2 to step 3. So they know the processes. And I think in this era of science, technology, engineering, and maths, and this is what we need from our students.
Absolutely.
Yes.
So there were final words, but before that, I mean, last month I had the opportunity to speak to very young people, about 8 to 10 years, and I told them that where the world is getting to now, you are sitting in a classroom here in Accra, but you are competing with children your age all over the world. And I guess this is what it prepares the students for. Exactly,
exactly. And we are trying to take away the excessive excuses by making this available. Insofar as it is there and you have the will, you would get the content you're looking for, be competitive enough. I mean, what I would want to add to all this is that it has just started. We have a broad spectrum stakeholders that we need them to work with us on this. I mentioned it's content creation. I mentioned it's publishers. I mentioned it's users and your ordinary persons. All these people are valuable to us, especially even from the vocational point. There are people who are good at, say, hairdressing, and they can teach it to you in our local language. We can put this video and these content up there for other people to study. So we are extending our hands to all and sundry to help make this, like what Mr. Wilson said, a gold mine for our nation. All right, thank you so much for coming through. Hayford Riley Wilson is contract manager with the Ghana Ministry of Education. Of course, you also heard Deborah Asma. And so that's the conversation. I mean, where the world is going to now, if you don't prepare yourself for the future will outrun you. There's more stories on myjoyonline.com. The issue about the PRC and the ECG will not go away, but the MPP also will respond them to the NDC. Well, that's our show for today. Tomorrow, same time, 3 p.m. we'll be here. Whatever you are up to in the hours ahead, I hope it's profitable. My name is Elton Bobby. Have a good evening.